Welcome to this episode again of the BigShow Prime. BigShow Prime is an infotainment talk show where it seeks to disseminate valuable information in a simple and entertaining manner. I request all of you to subscribe and share these videos as we believe that it will benefit several like-minded people like you.
Nice to be back with you all, yet again.
Hinduism is an ancient way of life. There is no specific date for when it was formed. The name Hindu was coined by the invaders, who used the term to refer to the highly organized and intelligent people they encountered when they crossed the Indus River.
The invaders, notably Alexander the Great.
There are several myths about Hinduism that people of other faiths believe in. This episode debunks them all. This is Suresh Menon with my girlfriend Alexa. Hinduism is the world's oldest living religion and the third largest behind Christianity and Islam, with more than 1 billion followers. Hinduism is more of a way of life than a religion. It has no common creed or church. It is not based on the teachings of a founder or a specific holy book.
Which is exactly why it remains a mystery for many.
The profile of Hinduism was elevated worldwide, especially in the United States and the United Kingdom, by innumerable Indian immigrants who brought their customs and rituals with them.
And more recently, with the concepts of yoga and meditation.
Let's get into the myths.
Myth number 1. There are 330 million gods in the Hindu religion.
330 million gods. Well, the reality is that there is only one supreme God who cannot be fully known or understood.
He is the supreme power, the universe. He is infinitely powerful and infinitely benevolent.
However, Hindus are encouraged to relate to God in a manner that suits them best. Hence, there are several manifestations for each and every quality that man desires, and they are worshipped exclusively for the purpose.
For instance, Lord Ganesha, the elephant-headed god, is worshipped for the removal of obstacles.
The Trimurti, or the three main deities in the hierarchy at an elevated level, are Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer. That is why Hinduism is thought of as polytheistic.
Yes, but it is not so at all. Let's get into myth number 2. Hindus are idol worshippers.
Idol worshippers. Not a single Hindu will say he or she is worshipping an idol. Instead, Hindus believe in a physical representation of God helps them focus on an aspect of prayer or meditation.
This physical form is an aspect of convenience. This has taken the form of the idol. Myth number 3. Hindus worship cows.
Cows. That's a subject of debate. Hindus do not pray to cows but hold the cow sacred as the cow is associated with Lord Krishna. The cow is seen as a gentle motherly figure that provides milk and other forms of sustenance.
Actually, Hindus regard all life forms as sacred.
Exactly. Lord Ganesha is associated with the rat. And so many other examples which I leave it to your research. The cows are revered because of their qualities and their importance in the scriptures. Period.
Myth number 4. All Hindus are vegetarians.
The reality is that a majority, about 70%, are non-vegetarians. The other 30% who do not eat meat are believers of the fundamental principle of ahimsa, which is a principle of non-violence. All living beings are considered as manifestations of God, and hence it is believed that violence against them is contrary to the natural balance of the universe. Simple.
You are a non-vegetarian, aren't you?
3 meals a day.
Myth number 5. Hinduism supports a discriminatory caste system.
Discriminatory caste system. Well, the reality is that caste system is not rooted in the religion, but it is in the culture.
Based on occupation, I suppose.
Yes. It was an ancient system adopted based on occupations. For instance, the ruling class were called Kshatriyas, the temple builders were called Vishwakarmas, the all knowing elite were known as Brahmins, and so on.
It is so irrelevant today, isn't it?
Yes, of course. What with intercaste and interreligious marriages taking place everywhere among the Hindus itself, this is utter nonsense now. I must mention that no religious text mentions about a caste system that should be followed. Hence, the myth that this is part of the Hindu religion is unfounded.
Myth number 6. Women are subservient in Hinduism.
Women subservient. The reality is that this is also because of the culture.
This is fast changing though.
Yes, in reality, Hinduism recognizes all the goddesses with energy, in other words, Shakti, as a female form. It proves that Hinduism respects women more than men. This is one important attribute that differentiates Hinduism from Christianity and Islam.
Even here, there are regional differences.
Thank you for the reminder, darling. Almost all of India follows a patriarchal culture where the men are considered dominant. However, the state of Kerala and I think the West Bengal follow a matriarchal system where the woman in the household is the most powerful and always has the last word.
Myth number 7. The red dots on the forehead of the women indicate that they are married.
The reality is that sometimes this is true. However, this is not on the forehead, but further up at the joint between the hair and the forehead.
Then what is that on the forehead?
Hinduism believes in the third eye, which has been decoded scientifically as the pineal gland. The third eye is said to be the gateway to the realization of the supreme power within oneself, and it is a very important aspect of manifestation techniques today across the world. The center point between the two eyebrows corresponds to the pineal gland in the midbrain. The red dots worn by women called the bindi has specific beneficial effects on the pineal gland. I have to stop that part now because it's a very lengthy discussion.
I guess that is a long subject by itself. I just googled.
Yes. But to fuel inquisitiveness in you, let me tell you that when you apply the sandal paste instead of a red bindi, it aids in cooling the pineal gland and keeps it in receptive stage throughout. This enables the woman or man wearing it in taking complex decisions with a calm mind.
Today the bindi is part of a fashion statement.
Exactly.
Myth number 8. The Bhagavad Gita is like the Bible.
The reality is that there is no single central authoritative book on Hinduism. Hinduism is rich in scriptures with a vast collection of ancient religious writings. Hindus believe God revealed truths to the wise men who passed them on for thousands of years through a rich oral tradition. The scriptures include the Vedas, the Upanishads, the Puranas, and the Bhagavad Gita, or the Song of God.
The 700-verse Bhagavad Gita is the world's longest poem and is only a part of the Mahabharata.
It takes the form of a dialogue on a battlefield between a Prince Arjuna and Krishna. It does capture the essence of Hinduism, but far from being anything even close to a Bible. It must be remembered that not all Hindus read the Gita.
The last. Myth number 9. Karma is fatalistic.
The reality is that everyone has the ability and freedom to choose their life's actions. Hindus believe that they have to face the consequences for the past actions. In other words, each person creates his or her destiny with deeds. The ultimate goal is to have a karma that will free a soul and gain moksha or liberation from the cycle of rebirth.
It's time for me to get moksha from you.
I will release you in a minute, darling. So these are a few myths of Hinduism that we wanted to debunk today in this episode. To know more about Hinduism and the meaning, please feel free to watch an earlier episode of ours. The link is being provided in the description below this video.
Are we done, darling?
You seem to be in a hurry. So it's me, Suresh Menon, with my girlfriend Alexa, signing off from you now. We will meet again in the next episode. Thank you all.
And please drop in your comments below the video.